It was announced the other day that Gavin Newsom on Twitter says we are suing Donald Trump. Manufactured crisis, creating fear and terror to take over a state militia and violate the Constitution. Any legs to this? Is this posturing? What do you say?
Well, this is the question that Democrats are going to have to wrestle with here, because Hakeem Jeffries has kind of alluded to, this being the same type of thing. He says that the Republicans have no footing on law and order, and he repeatedly, cited how the Capitol police officers were treated, and certainly by President Trump, and not calling in the National Guard after the riot here at the Capitol on January 6th of 2021. But the problem, and I posed this question to Hakeem Jeffries, I said, sometimes the video of what people are seeing, is that going to be a problem for, moderate districts, moderate Democrats in those swing districts? And he said, no. He said, we want people to go and protest. We want people to protest peacefully here. But he didn't have kind of a great answer to that question. If you look back at the polling in 2024 in the election, one of the weak areas for the Democrats was illegal immigration and how they were handling the border. Now, this is not quite the same, but there are big-time echoes of that. And Democrats have to figure out how to make that work. And there's going to be probably some tough questions for Democrats. There are certainly Democrats who are more liberal or progressive who are going to be happy to say, this is anti-ICE. This is the problem with the Trump administration's approach to the border, and that will work in those more liberal districts. But that's not going to work at the margins there, somewhere, with people who have these tough swing districts. The Democrats, and again, we don't know how deep this one's going to go either. You asked me earlier about where we stand with Trump and Musk. We don't know if this is done in a couple of days, it's a one-off, or is this going to be days and days and a whole summer worth of protesting like what we saw in 2020 after the death of George Floyd? That's something that both parties are probably going to have to wrestle with.